Hello everybody, Monkeypuzzle here, and it's time for some more Minecraft Unabridged, modded Minecraft on the Primus server here. And this is part 2 of an episode where I was working on making an Enderman grinder from an Enderman Spawner that came out of that Roguelike Dungeon right behind my head that Nonsanity grabbed. And it's going to go in the village, which is under that marker over there, just out of render distance, on purpose. And I'm here in my little tower, my machine room below me without too many machines in it, my little bedroom tower up there. And last episode, I put together the very beginnings of Botania, just for, well, to aid me in making that Enderman Spawner grinder thingy-do, but it's something I needed to do anyway, so it's dual purpose, and the one thing I got out of it so far personally, besides the Ender Pearls to come, is a full set of Mana Steel armor, and soon enough I will make a Sojourner's Sash, and the other thing I want, the Ring of Magnetization, unless I make an electromagnet, which might be better because you can turn it on and off. Anyway, so yeah, in here we've got this Jaded Amaranthus being fueled by Endo Flames. That's our power generation for now, because my plan of making hydrangeas is out the window because passive mana generation flowers now despawn. I watched the day blooms turn into dead bushes and then into sticks. Anyway, so yeah, we got those, and I've made this Tinker's Construct scythe in order to, well, one, I knew I'd need it to harvest this and my industrial hemp, but also I was hoping that I could be leveling it up, because these are really good for putting in, they're really good for putting in autonomous activators and grinders and such. And since we have iguana tweaks, you have to level up your tools to get modifiers. Although I did see someone use paper, so I don't know exactly what hybrid of regular Tinker's Construct and iguana tweaks, how that really works out. But anyway, I was disappointed because it turns out that actually harvesting plants doesn't level this up at all. I actually have to attack things with it to do, and I'm not going to do that because it's a lousy weapon until it's leveled up. So anyway, it's just a 3x3 scythe for now. I just wanted to explain that a little bit. And I'm going to sleep to turn it to daytime. And I actually have to remember to light this area up. I haven't since I've expanded here. But yeah, so I've got a little Betania on my roof. And the goal with Betania for the Enderman Spawner grinder thingy, we actually have an actual Enderman Spawner, if I wasn't clear about that, that came out of there. So the first thing I want to make is not this, but this, the Vinci Lotus. And this thing is good at trapping Endermen so they can't teleport, or every time they try to teleport, they teleport back to the Vinci Lotus. So that's pretty cool, and that's going to be very useful. And the other thing I want to make is the first thing I was on, the functional flora, the Hyacidus. And this basically acts like poison on mobs, and it will reduce them to the half heart that will make them easy with the one-hit kill. And I'm making this not fully automated, but softened, a softener, so that people actually have to kill them themselves. They'll get the XP, but I think it's just more fun than going and pulling stuff out of a chest, you know, as a shared spawner thing. Just pulling ender pearls out of a chest would have no, you know, the players would have no input. And I think they're also going to have to put in some wood or charcoal or something in order to help fuel the thing too. So I think I've got stuff set up, at least for the Vinci Lotus here. And it's so complicated with all the runes and everything I need to make that I'm going to make the Vinci Lotus, and then I'll see what I have left as far as runes go for the Hyacidus. But first I'm going to make this, and I don't know if you guys want to watch or not. There's a lot to do. I got to do things like, and I got to grab some of these. So like, for example, right now I'm going to make the rune of air, which is this, and did I grab this? Oops. String. So I'm going to make 2 runes of air. Well, actually, it's going to end up being 4 runes of air. Because... oh yeah, gotta remember how to do this. Bam! It uses a lot of them, and some of them are used to make other runes. So I'll probably just go ahead and make all these, because I don't know how interesting this part is. And then I'll bring you back when we're actually making the Vinculo Dis. But yeah, there's runes that make runes, and it's a whole complicated mess. But I'll get it done for y'all, and for all my server mates. See you soon. We'll just do this one, since we started it. And I'm using the open crate, so I don't have to worry about my inability to throw things on top of here precisely. And I'm just going to keep going. I will see you soon. Alright, the last accessory runes just finished up, and you can see it took me a whole Minecraft day. That gave me sloth. How exciting. And now I think I have it with all of this. It's almost a whole line of a hotbar. There we go. Bump, 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 bump. Let's see if that's it. So that should be in the Petal Apothecary, no? I believe so. So let's go see if I got it right. And I'm going to sleep first. Alrighty, so let's put some water in the thing. Use my nice little hopper over the open crate. So we got that. All this stuff. I started with 15 diamonds to my name. Bam! Where's that special precious flower? So that's the big deal there. That's the Vinci Lotus. And that's going to keep the Endermen all trapped and unable to escape. And next, I'm going to work on seeing what I have left now to do to make the Hyacidus. The Hyacidus. So we don't have to be hacking at these things all day long. Autumn, water. This is not too bad. And fire, air. I'm just going to have to make a fire. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll be back for that one. I should have thought to record it, but I was short on spider eyes. Nonsanity had given me a spider eye and a mushroom for the Vinci Lotus, and I needed more. So I just ran over to the Roguelike Dungeon and lit up part of the first floor and grabbed a bunch of stuff, got those potions, and got a bunch of spider eyes and stuff like that. So now I can continue. I gotta make that door better. Alright, so let's make our second flower of choice here, the Hyacidus. A lot of stuff. We got the Rune of Water, Autumn, the Redstone Root, green mana, green, magenta mana, magenta, purple mana, and brown. And a seed. Oh yeah, that happy sound. Alright, so we got that. And I put it in here when I went to the roguelike, the Vinculo Dis. So yeah, I got a bunch of basalt that I want to use, and let me go grab a couple more materials, and then we will run over to town and see if we can build the thing. Let's grab the spawner, and let's grab some limestone. We'll see. And a few other things, so I'll meet you over there. Actually haven't left yet. I made some brick, and I'm going to use that brick to make an alloy furnace. And then the alloy furnace, we can go ahead, throw down here, and if we throw 4 times as much redstone as iron, we should be able to cook some red alloy wire, or actually red alloy ingots, and 3 of those can be used to craft 12 red alloy wire. And so that's just basically redstone that sticks to walls. So that's pretty cool. And for lighting, I'm not too advanced yet. Still working on teching up, but I think I'm just gonna use some good old redstone lamps. All the textures are changed. They look kind of weird. I don't mind this one. That's not too bad. But the glowstone looks kind of weird if you ask me. Anyway. And I also just remembered to fuel these flowers, I'm going to need to take my whole little setup here. I'll make myself some more of these, but I'm going to take these with me. Yeah, they're going to stack. Cool. The day blooms didn't stack. Day blooms are terrible. I'm going to take these with me, and I should take that mana, or some of it, but instead, I think I've got another mana pool in here and a spreader. That's cool. Let me just fill up my mana tablet. And is that pointed the right way? Yes. I'll fill that up and I'll spare some of my mana in order to get that started. So yeah, let's head off to the site where I want to build this. So town's filling up quite a bit for sure. This is an open space here, and this has pretty trees. So I thought, well, okay, let's use this space over here. It's open enough, but far enough away from where anyone's actually living, I think, that they won't be triggering the spawner accidentally. Of course, it will be able to be lit up too, so it won't necessarily have to, people won't have to be out of range. But yeah, I put these little signs up. Future home of Community Enderman Spawner. So I'm going to clear this area out. Get my lumber axe out and see what the space looks like when it's empty of trees. And then we'll kind of shape it up and figure out how the thing's going to lay out. I cleared it out. I'm at the top of Schnicks's tower here. He's got a horse up here with a hat on its butt and golden armor. I don't know how he got it up here, but anyway, I was just trying to figure out where I want to lay it. This building, the Agricraft building, has these paths on either side of it, and I don't want to make things totally on a grid, but I was thinking if I moved it over a little bit, there's an entrance right here to the wall. Then it would be right in line with Aaron's house, and that might be too much of, this, I don't know what you call it, but it seems better if it's lined up with this. So I'm going to build it just between these two paths here, just centered right in there. I think that would be a decent spot. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to go down there and start laying it out. I worked on it a bit. There's a creeper over there. He's outside the wall. But I kept getting these bowless melee skeletons around. Nightly reboot in 5 minutes. And I was wondering where they were coming from. I knew Schnicks's grave was up here, but I'd forgotten that they actually spawn those melee skeletons sometimes. So I'm sorry, Schnicks, but your grave has to go. I wonder what he had on him at this point. Not a whole lot, looks like. Maybe a stick? I'm not sure. I already had that bone and this. But yeah. You can't stick that there. Anyway, let me show you real quick. Server's about to reboot. I have pretty much contained the spawning area in this little hexagon shape right here. It's set back so that this can be the killing area right here. And this is a 9x9. I know spawners are only 8x8, but I want it to be centered so that that spot could be right in the center. but it means that even though the corners are clipped there should be enough space within here. So in the interest of getting this episode out without being an hour long, I'm going to just go ahead and cut and work on this. I'll probably record some bits along the way, and if I have time, I'll make a little musicy montage. Either way, I will come back when it's done, and we'll test it out, and I'll talk to you about it. I have a feeling it's going to be a work in progress for a while, but tonight I'm going to at least try to get it working so that the guys could start using it, and then I can keep adding onto it as we go along. Okay, so I will see you all soon. Bye-bye. What's up, everybody? I am back, so I hope you enjoyed that little bit. I definitely took the blue power basalt as far as I could with its textures, and I'm having a lot of fun with the carpenter's blocks, trying to create couple different layers of depth and texture and stuff like that. So I'm liking the shape. I like how the square blocks create this little thing right here. Anyway, this is just the base of it. The tower is going to go up quite a ways and hopefully be fairly elaborate. I'm getting fairly elaborate, fairly complicated, so this is taking longer than it could, but I'm enjoying it. Got the Betania stuff all set up down here with the endo flames and the Vinculotus and the Hyacidus. I hope it works like that and actually puts them on the block above it. Tried to make sure there was no places that they teleport down here. We shall see. Anyway, I think I'm just going to keep going, and we're all impatient to get some ender pearls. I could really use them. So yeah, I'm just going to go for that. I put a call out for some Botania basalt because you can make a few other shapes with it besides that you can't with the blue power basalt. So Aaron was nice enough to donate some. To make this, you put andesite in an alchemy catalyst in Betania, and you get that. And he also donated some charcoal. I put up this place for folks to donate to help keep those ender flames fed. So yeah, these were the textures I was working with so far. This is what the Betania basalt does. It actually has stairs and slabs and stuff like that, and it's got walls too, which this didn't have. I need something to make points with, and neither one of them respond to chisel blocks. So that's or not chisel, micro blocks. Neither one of them can you make micro blocks with. So I'm a little limited that way. I can apply them to any carpenter shape, so that opens up my options quite a bit. Anyway, I'm making some decisions about the final mechanism and how far I'm going to drop them and so on. So I'm just going to finish that up, and I will see you guys when it's working. All right. See you then.